I'm Mark Lamar, and this is Never Mind the Buzzcocks, the pop quiz that says, "Wake up, Maggie, I think I've got something to say to you." My name's Keith Chegwin, and I'm an alcoholic. Our team captains are two men who claim to know about as much about pop music as they do about comedy, so we're in deep doo-doo already. Please welcome Phil Jupiters and Sean Hughes. Phil's first guest is Sarah Cracknell. She's a solo artist and the lead singer with Saint Etienne. She spent her youth hanging around James Bond film sets with her father, who worked there. His job was to check Roger Moore for woodwork. Phil's second guest is an Essex-born singer-songwriter. He's a confirmed socialist and co-founder of Red Reg, and so he really is a leading member of the barking left. Billy Bragg, Sarah and Billy, that's Phil's team, mate. Sean's first guest is Suggs. Hey, hey, it's Cassie, it's Kai, throwing rights and lefts, they're coming every way. Mistaken lampposts for boys and girls. Suggs is a man who hasn't let many years of stardom with madness go to his head. When we called him recently, and this is absolutely true, we were told he was unable to come because he was on a songwriting course. Sean's second guest has just finished supporting Joe Brand for 2 months, so he's now 8 inches shorter than he was in the summer. Jeff Green. Suggs and Jeff. Sean's team, ladies and gentlemen. We start the show with freeze frame. Each team will see part of a music video which will pause just as something unusual is about to happen. They have to tell us what happened next. So, Sean, Suggs and Jeff, you go first. It's 1993 and those metal monsters, Aerosmith.
There's something wrong with the world today. I don't know what it is. Something's wrong with our eyes. We're seeing things in a different way. God knows it ain't his. Sure ain't no surprise.
So that was Living on the Edge, and I expect some good quality knob gags on their way to the net.
Did you notice it was just his thumb and forefinger?
What would you have had? A baseball glove or something? Is that what you said?
That's the boxing gloves in the video.
I think he probably he complained to his tattooist, and I think you've overdone it this time.
No, I think his bollocks explode, sending bits of his finger all over the lens. What do you think?
Well, that was
What a beautiful thought to end the show on.
Does it go straight in and look on the inside of it, and that's his mate sort of playing his giblets like a cello?
If only. This is what actually happened.
Bet that's it.
We're seeing things in a different way, and God knows it ain't his. It sure ain't no surprise. We're living on the
No points, I'm afraid. That was Aerosmith frontman Steve Tyler, and the ugly green thing was Bonnie Tyler. Now, Sarah and Bill, we go to Top of the Pops for you, and the chart rundown from the 25th of April this year, as given by the boxer Chris Eubank.
On the top 10. At 10, Children, Robert Mine. At 9, The X-Files by Mark Mills. At 8, Firestarter by Prodigy. Keep on Jumping, Marie, the Experience.
OK, so what happens next?
Does he say, if you think I'm bad, I've got Lester Piggott on doing it next week?
Bless him. It's got to be number 5th now.
Yeah, something's happening at 6.
Something for 5th?
Yes.
What a good guess after 7.
For some reason, Suggs is looking a bit embarrassed over there. And I think I saw this when this came out. And you was in the charts then, weren't you, boy? You were on that Top of the Pops, weren't you?
Cecilia!
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah, Cecilia! Cecilia! By Suggs!
6, Cecilia by Suggs.
Let's see it done by a master. Well done, let's see it done by the real man.
Firestarter by Prodigy. At 7, Keep on Jumping, Lisa Marie, the Experience. At 6, Cecilia by Suggs.
Eubank didn't finish his chart rundown. The next song was Sieg Sieg Sputnik covering She Sells Sanctuary. And the studio was evacuated because they thought the sprinklers had gone off. It was actually admirable watching you laughing at Chris Eubank there, because when you did Top of the Pops, of course, Phil, so much dignity was retained.
Oh, hello.
So, at the end of that round, 2 points to Phil's team and none to Sean's. Next up is our intros round. Each captain, together with a musical guest, performs the introduction to a song using sounds but no words, while their teammates try to work out what the song's supposed to be. Sean and Suggs, here are your 4 songs, and you've got to do them to Jeff. 4 songs, 1 point each. Down. Down, now. Not lyrics, but down, No, you see, you're doing the vocals.
I want to kill myself.
I'm going to hand that one over. No, it's all right now. By 3. Well done there, Billy.
Oh,
Right.
well done, Billy.
Good one, right. Oh, God, great, fantastic. Okay. Or something. Boom, 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 boom,
Ringo, how are you?
Yeah, it's a frog chorus, isn't it? By
What's the name of the song?
Oh, is that not the name of the song?
No.
Is it the "Make Me a Million at Christmas" song?
I
thought it was a frog chorus.
No, it's called We All Stand Together.
That's true.
That was the
Why is Billy going? That's true.
Because it is.
Why did you the band was
My
a
name's
frog
Billy
chorus.
Bragg and I know the truth when I hear it.
I was a toad.
You all right?
Can we sit down for a bit, Phil? Over there.
We all lived in the same pond. Sorry, carry on.
Dun, 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 dun.
Does it go?
Jeff's 2 steps ahead there.
Yeah, it's I only know it from the jukebox. Is it 145B? It's the theme from Mission Impossible.
Yes.
Right. Yeah. Good. Well, there we
It's like watching Baywatch.
Oh!
You see, he's doing as well again.
It's fantastic, he's doing so much.
All right, I'm going to pass that one over.
Mud?
And
Tiger feet?
Tiger feet, my mother.
I lost my virginity to that song.
Just after the word. Remember that, 2 points each. So the correct answers were We All Stand Together by Paul McCartney in the Frog Chorus, All Right Now, that was 3, used to be 4 but one of them died, Tiger Feet by Mud, and Mission Impossible by Mullen and Clayton. Phil and Sarah, here are your 4, and you've brought them to Billy.
Right, on your feet. You need room to work?
I need room to work.
Shouldn't be on TV with me then, sweetheart.
Very good clue, Billy.
It's really horrible being this close. Like, they're from another planet. I don't know, my favourite Martian.
Will you tell us what it is?
I can't think.
We're with Billy on this one.
You don't know what it is? Well, let's hear it and see if that gives any more clues.
That bloody woman.
That gets no extra points. Thank you. It was the Eurythmics. It must be an angel.
Oh, yeah.
Ready now? Dum da da dum da da dum da 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 dum ba 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 ba.
Oh, that rings a bell.
I'm supposed to be playing a guitar string.
Yeah, I know. Stingray?
No, I'm going to pass that one over as well.
could it possibly, it could be, could it? Well, don't go breaking my heart.
It is!
go. Right.
Now we're on the right road.
Boom, Gene, Gene. Boom.
Hey, hey, hey.
Boom, Gene, Gene.
I think.
What is it? 5-star.
It is 5 stars. Well done there, Billy. So, 2 pointers. The songs there were There Must Be an Angel by the Eurythmics, Ghost Town by the Specials, who went in for songs with a message, many of which were achieved. Not only has Nelson Mandela been freed, but Rudy has stopped his messing around. Finally, 5-star by The Prodigy and Don't Go Breaking My Heart by Elton John and Kiki D. At the end of that round, Sean's team have 3 and Phil's team have 6. We move on to our indecipherable lyrics. We play a well-known song in which the words are hard to make out, and the team's task is to tell us what the true lyrics are. 2 points if you're completely right, 1 point if you're close. Sean's team, it's Bexley Heath's finest, Kate Bush.
Yoga.
She was lovely. I used to really fancy Kate Bush. Yeah. She was the Spice Girls rolled into one with a flake on top. She was. It's the first time I've ever heard this record without my bedroom door being locked, to be perfectly honest. A lot of people think it's about Wuthering Heights. It's actually a lot more tragic than that. It's about a guy called Roland, Sweet Roland, who was walking across the moors, fell in some brie.
I think it's out on the wild and windy wily, I fell in a load of brie.
She had an eel, very envious, and...
Something about being as angry as a jealous eel. Who'd fallen in the brie?
Sweet Roland.
Oh, and the eel wanted to fall in the brie?
Yeah.
There's nothing more jealous than an eel, though, is there? I mean, let's face it, eels haven't got a lot left to feel other than jealousy. I mean, wriggling at the bottom of the water in the mud.
If you're an eel, you're not going to be lying there going, it can't get any better.
I think Roland also caught a disease that normally affects dogs.
He had to join the final of cannibals, didn't he?
He got distemper. There was some very good acid in the 70s, obviously.
And some now, it's like...
Yeah. And...
So what do you think the lyrics are?
I reckon it's out on a windy moor, Sweet Roland falls in brie, clearly. You had distemper, like me jealous eel. Too hot, too greasy.
Let's hear your answer over the track.
Whoa! Windy moor, Sweet Roland falls in brie. You had distemper, like my jealousy. Too hot, too greasy.
So the lyric was, out on the winding, windy moors, we'd roll and fall in green. You had a temper like my jealousy, too hot, too greedy. 1 point there, because you got
for you.
Some of the words almost right.
Thank you.
Kate Bush won a Best Lyric Award for The Man with the Child in His Eyes, chosen by the man with the sock in his ears. Phil's team now, your indecipherable lyrics come from the undisputed rock gods of 1972. It's Chicory Tip and Son of My Father. Son of My Father there, but what else were the tips singing? And if anyone mentions Roland or Eels, you're out.
I couldn't even make any sense of what they were wearing, never mind what they were saying.
He managed to have 2 haircuts at the same time.
Super mullet.
Take 2 bottles into the shower? Yeah, I've got 2 haircuts.
I think he was saying in the first line there, he was saying that bees just like brass rubbing. Because it's wax, you see. It's wax. It's just tradition.
Stung by my father, that's what he's saying, I think.
And what about the mooling and the drooling in the second bit?
Yeah, they were moogling and the googling.
And free from drugs.
Moogling and googling, I was free from drugs.
You can't be both. You can't moogle and Google and be free from drugs, sure.
When you moogle, you're drooling. It's not droogling, it's drooling. Moogling and a drooling.
And far from dry, you see, because all the drooling and the moogling.
Well, let's hear what you've come up with so far, along with Chicory.
All right, OK. Like brass rubbing, father, it's just tradition.
One word right.
Never going straight, sterilise your loving son. Stung by my father, moogling, I was googling, I was free from drugs. Stung by my father, he pretended I was blended in a plastic cup.
The lyric was actually, be just like your dad, lad, following the same tradition. Never go astray and stay an honest, loving son. Son of my father, moulded, I was folded, I was preform packed. Son of my father, commanded, I was branded in a plastic vac. So I think I'll give you 1 point there.
Oh, that's very charitable.
The song was originally written in German, as were so many other pop songs. Ho Ho Silver Lining, Goering Underground, and Is She Really Going Out with Himmler? At the end of that round, Sean's team have 4 points and Phil's team have 7. We now come to the Identity Parade round, that part in the show where we ask the teams to pick out some of yesterday's heroes from a lineup. Sean's team, I'm sure you'll treasure the memory of the great Rubettes, while their lead singer is with us tonight. Here for the audience only are the group singing I Can Do It, which reached number 7 in 1975. We want your teams to point out the man who was the main man, Alan Williams. So, 5 white caps, but only one of these men has the absolute right to wear one. For 2 points, which one is the real Alan Williams? Is it 1, smaller than you thought? Is it 2, with the twinkle in his eyes? Is it 3, with the luxuriant mane? 4, with the ears? Or 5, who wears that cap like a natural?
I'm not saying anything because I've been booked on this spot 2 years hence.
That's next week.
It's number 2. Number 2.
No,
Yeah,
he's only 14.
No. Is it?
Yeah, it's number 2.
Number 2?
No, I disagree. No, I think it's number 3. I saw the other 4 blokes working in the car park. That's all right.
To let the captain speak.
Number 2.
All right, let's see. With the real Alan Williams, please step forward.
Oh, well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Alan Williams! Phil's team, I hope you were watching closely when we played Chicory Tip, Son of My Father earlier on, because we want you to identify Peter Hewson, the lead singer. And here, just to refresh the audience's memory, is another glimpse of Peter and that really quite remarkable haircut.
So I left my home, I'm really on my own at last. Left the past and separated from the past.
So, 5 men there, but just one of them was apparently sealed in a plastic vac. For 2 points, which one is Peter Hewson?
Well,
I bet you all feel guilty about all the haircut jokes. Is it number 1, curly to his mates? Is it number 2, Mr. Handsome? Is it number 3, with the kindly wrinkles? Is it number 4, the affluent ex-model? Or 5, the city gent?
I bet there's 5 empty black cabs parked outside.
look over your shoulder at me.
It's number one.
Number one?
Why do you think that, Sarah?
Because he keeps looking and smiling at me.
Sarah, I'll have a word with you after the show about that.
If you're out in a club and you're all dressed up and everything, do you keep walking around going, he's from Chicory Tip? Who do you think it is?
Number one.
All right, well, will the real Peter Hewson please make himself known?
Oh!
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Hewson! So at the end of that round, Sean's team have 6 points and Phil's team have 7. The next round deals with the many legends, rumours and bizarre stories surrounding pop stars. We wanted to name the round after a well-known chocolate bar which apparently helps you work, rest and play, but we were told we weren't allowed to. So we decided to name it after me. So this is the Mars bar round. And in it, the teams have to sort out fact from fiction. We'll show each team a pop star and 3 objects, one of which is linked to a true story about them. The teams have to say what the story is. Sean's team, it's those Monarchs of Mirth, Pink Floyd, singing Money for You. But which of these 3 objects is the clue to the story? Is it an Afghan hound, a wok, or a pig's knackers?
Mark, are you sure that's a wok and not a sort of Mexican chap smoking a cigar?
Wearing a wok on his head. Could you know
Hey,
him?
hombre, leave those kids alone.
Pink Floyd had a pig logo, or a blow-up pig over Battersea Power Station. They weren't allowed to have this pig anymore because Roger Waters owned the rights to the pig and he left with his pig and they weren't allowed to play with it anymore. So they put a big pair of knackers on the back of it because apparently that wasn't the same as the pig that Roger Waters had gone off with. There you are.
Nike.
Absolutely right.
Well done.
The real story is that in 1988, the members of Pink Floyd decided to use a huge inflatable pig on tour. But as the pig was originally designed by ex-band member Roger Waters, they decided to get round the illegal problem by adding a set of testicles and transforming it into a male and therefore different pig. The bollocks later went on to be released as a concept album. Many King Floyd fans actually purchased pig's testicles during that concert. Well, they did if they bought a hot dog anyway. So, 2 full points there to Suggs. Phil's team, here's Chuck Berry duck walking through Johnny Be Good. One of these 3 things will lead you to the legend: the sign to a lady's toilet, a glass table, or a Barbie doll.
Well, is he one of these people who likes to lay under the glass table whilst people...
That was Hitler.
Polish it.
Drop Mars bars on it.
Johnny Lamar.
What sort of people
What sort of people?
lie under glass tables?
Hitler.
That the worst thing you can say about Hitler?
He did.
He used to start trouble as well, didn't he, Tom?
Oh, he was a scamp. Did Chuck Berry have no genitals but posable limbs?
Didn't he get in trouble with the police for videotaping women in the toilet in his club surreptitiously?
2 full points there. The answer is the ladies' loo, and the story centres on Chuck Berry's restaurant in Missouri, where in 1989 investigators apparently discovered strategically placed hidden cameras in the women's toilets and a selection of exotic U-bend related videotapes at his home. Chuck was then sued in a class action by around 200 women for invasion of privacy. He apparently claimed there was an innocent reason for filming the women. He just wanted to know how they got through so much toilet paper. Well, at the end of that round, Sean's team have 8 points and Phil's team have 9. Our final round is Next Lines, where we ask the teams to complete famous phrases from well-known pop songs. I'll quote a line, and all you have to do is tell me what the next one is. There's a point for each one you get right, and each team gets a minute and a half. Phil's team's in the lead, so they go first. There's only 1 point in it so far, though. Your 90 seconds starts now. You're simply the best.
Better than all the rest.
Yep, right. Tina Turner. At first I was afraid, I was petrified.
Kept thinking how...
Kept thinking I could never live without you by my side.
Gloria Gaynor. See you later.
Alligator.
Yeah, they're hiding in his comics. All that she wants.
It's another baby.
Yeah, Ace of Ace. What's new, Pussycat?
Whoa!
Tom Luke. Yeah, Billy. Tom Jones.
He's doing the same thing.
Our house.
In the middle of our street.
Yeah, madness. Ying tong, ying tong, ying tong, ying tong.
Ying tong,
ying tong.
Yeah, the goons. Is it love you're after?
Or just
Well, that and a shag.
or just a passing thing.
Or just a good time.
Or just a good time, Rose voice. I think I'm going to be sad.
I think it's today.
Do you, Woo? Woo. That's what it's the Beatles after all.
Totally forgot.
Son of my father.
Moogling out.
No, I'm afraid it's not. This has just turned into the chicory tip half hour, isn't it?
I must say, my tip is feeling a little chicory at the moment.
No, moulded, I was folded, I was pre-form packed. When you're in love with a beautiful woman...
It's hard.
Yep. Holly came from Miami, FLA.
Hitchhike away across the USA.
Yep, walking about outside Lou Reed. I never thought it would happen.
With me a go for Clapham.
Yes, Junction by Screens. So, at the end of that round, you've got 21 points, which means Sean's team need 14 points to win. Your 90 seconds starts now. The lady in red.
Never looked so beautiful tonight.
No.
The lady in red.
That's the line before. Well before.
Pass, yeah,
Yes,
pass.
it's Dancing With Me, like
Dancing With Me.
Mr. Berg. Imagine there's no heaven, it's easy if you try.
No hell below us.
Above us.
only sky.
Yes, imagine John Lennon. I feel it in my fingers.
Feel it in my toes.
Feel
I feel it in my toes.
Toes.
Love is all around. Whatever happened to Leon Trotsky?
You got a nice pick through his...
There was Jaxie.
The waxy part of it.
But no more heroes, stranglers. What's the matter, you?
Wait,
That's
what's
the
the
song.
matter,
What's
you?
the next
Hey.
line?
Got the no respect.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
It's
know
good
my
enough for
pop.
you.
It's good enough for me.
Yeah, Dodgy, you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar.
When I met you...
Yep, Human League. All I want to do is have some fun.
Go on then.
I've got a feeling I'm not the only one. Cheryl Crow.
You're not the only one.
You're once, twice.
Three times a lady.
Move your body real close until we...
Smooch or make...
Touch. Shag.
Have babies.
Until we're really making love.
Till we're arrested.
Feel like we're really making love.
Feel like we're really
making
making
love. Nelson. Jimmy.
Oh, we didn't get any.
Too late.
Oh, we didn't make it, did we?
So, there you go. The final scores are Sean's team 16 points and Phil's team, well done, 21 points. So, thanks to Phil, Sarah and Billy, Sean Shugs...
Sing, Thug, sing.
Phil, Sarah and Billy, Sean, Suggs and Jeff, you've been watching Never Mind the Buzzcocks.
Thank you.
I've been Mark Lamar. Good night.